Welcome to the 8th oldest stadium in the country, Vaught Hemingway in Oxford, Mississippi, home of the Ole Miss Rebels, where the fans never lose a tailgate and don't plan on losing the game today. Today, a top 25 matchup on hand, two of college football's premier teams preparing to square off. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 20th ranked team in the land, the Ole Miss Rebels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Fair catch called for and made. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And a quick completion, an even quicker loss. The defense was right there to knock him down.
Love the awareness by the defense here. They're trying to get the running back the ball in space, but the defense was expecting it. They had guys in position. They located the football, and they went and gang tackled.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, 2nd down coming.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
The incompletion brings up a 2nd down. Wide out in motion. Looking to throw, it's Dart. Quickly out to the tight end. Stopped just across the 50 at the 49-yard line. It's a pickup of 10 and a 1st down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the 1st down.
I think it's because the tight ends just so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can...
And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride. They want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the 1st.
Give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. 1st down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and force a tackle for a loss.
Last play didn't go well. It leaves him with 2nd and 11. Power football with the run. They'll wrestle him down just short of the 1st down. I don't even think they're going to bring out the chains to measure this one.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
They'll come to the line for the 8th snap on this opening drive, facing a 3rd and short. Trying to pick it up on the ground. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, and that fires you up as a defense. That gives you some extra juice. When you come in there and knock the living fire out of someone, everybody on the defense gets jacked up.
And they'll have to settle for a field goal try.
That's the end of the first quarter with the game scored.
And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. He's got it, and they convert. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the 1st down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Wants to throw. It's Dart. Pocket starts to collapse. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Well, this quarterback's already taken a couple shots from the pocket, and there's another one right there that affected his accuracy on that throw.
Last play didn't go as planned. Now 2nd and 10 from the 26. He's looking to throw. That's caught. It's Parrish. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. You want to talk about building a drive around a guy. First on the ground and now using him in the passing game.
And you get so much bang for your buck because you can split him out wide. You can fake it to him and then throw it. This is the guy that really stretches the field and makes you decide how you want to defend him. A linebacker, a safety, whatever it is, it's usually not good enough when he's receiving the ball out of the backfield.
Back to the air one more time. Not able to hook up the air, incomplete.
Well, 3rd and short, I think the offense was probably expecting blitz. That's why they dialed up the screen, but it did not fool the defense. Great job defending the screen, setting up 4th.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. Kicker couldn't quite get it through, and the scoreboard remains the same. 1st down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Caught in the backfield. It's Henderson. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the 1st down.
Well, we knew coming into this game, this offense was going to try and get this receiver involved and get him involved early. So here they are just finding an easy completion. It's not a touchdown, but they just want to get him.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Time to take a shot. And it's incomplete, going for the massive explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
Well, the defender got his hand on that one, tipped it up in the air. Offense, man, they're lucky that one wasn't picked.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Now the pitch. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Nice run. Great job by the running back. Making a cut, getting north-south, getting some positive yards. Now setting up a 4th and short decision for you. What do you got on deck? What are you going to call?
And the offense with no intention to draw the defense off sides. They want to run on 4th down. The back goes in motion. He'll take it himself. Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
And first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But, Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a high level.
What a great rush by the defense. Understanding, winning up front, getting to the quarterback, and rattling him. Try not to get a penalty, right? Because God forbid you touch these guys too hard, you get called for a penalty. Nice job getting a good clean hit, pressure on the quarterback.
Setting up the screen. Oh, he not only blows it up, he picks it off. Got some room to run. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bama! And this defense coming up with points of their own. What an interception return.
And how about that play by this defense? Reading the running back, coming out of the backfield, breaking on the football, making the pick, and then walking himself into the end zone for a touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. He'll call for the fair catch here. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. That last pick 6 after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put it track again.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
That's a nice catch, and it's a good job staying in bounds. If a quarterback would just give him a little bit more room, maybe have a little bit more space to make a play. Instead, no gain.
Now on 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Dart. Fires to the big fella. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. They've been completely lethargic in this first half, but finally some signs of life.
And we've seen it, Reese, throughout time, throughout college football history. You get that one big play, momentum starts to come in, and I don't know what it is. It changes everything. Maybe that's the play they needed to finally get some points on the scoreboard before the half.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
Alabama.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Let's see what they find in the playbook for 3rd and long from the 43. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's missed 3 in a row now with that last incompletion.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
And he pumps it up inside the 20. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground.
You just can't have that happen if you're on the return team. You know if you lose the football now, you're giving the other offense the ball back deep in your own end. Simply can't happen.
And this offense has a chance to pull even as we get deep in the first half. Defense trying to hold on to the lead. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Rebels!
And I love that this offense stuck to it, stuck to the run game, didn't panic, they got down, but they answered the bell right before the half, and they got this thing right where they want it now. They can tie this football game and hopefully go into the half with a lot of momentum.
Lining up to add another. Right down the boulevard. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive. And last possession, they went for it. They rolled the dice, Palmer, and it didn't work out for them.
Yeah, if you're better on 3rd down moving forward, though, you can keep yourself out of those situations.
To the air, it's Milroe. Pressure coming. Trying to escape and get it himself. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The offense calls a timeout to stop the clock.
Well, just nowhere to go there. It started in the pocket. It was collapsing. Quarterback felt it, so he tried to get outside, make something happen himself, but give the defense tons of credit. Excellent job in pursuit. They're able to give up no gain.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wants to throw on 2nd down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage at the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously you don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Unleashes one deep. Got it! And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
How about the bomb? The long field all the way across the field. Big-time play, big-time throw. Receiver runs underneath it, takes it to the house. Huge play for this offense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes courtesy of an explosive play in the passing game from 60 yards out. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Just enough time for one final play of the half. These corners going to give these receivers some space. Trying to get behind the defense. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect.
The end of the first half. This is for Alabama. 14. Ole Miss 7.
And the Rebels will kick it away to start the second half. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes that Alabama offense. Starting this third quarter on the ground. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Most offensive schemes are predicated on first down productivity. That will not go down as a productive first down play.
No, it will not, Reese. Give this defensive line credit because they were able to get penetration right off the snap and force a negative play.
And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's third best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, this defense knew that they were going to be seeing some option in this game, and right now everybody's doing a nice job playing their assignments. On the third play of that drive, they were expecting it, and everyone communicating and all rallying to the football. That was nice to see if you're the coaching staff.
Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. I know you want to keep the ball away from the other offense, but going for it inside your own 40? Wide receiver coming across in motion. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory, and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier to get. Obviously, I know, Jesse, it didn't take a color commentator to figure that out.
After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Scanning the field, it's Dart. Using the quick game.
And that really is a great play by the wide receiver for 3 reasons. 1, he knows where the first down marker is, so he gets it. 2, he's able to stay in bounds before securing the catch. And 3, makes the grab. Just an awesome job.
Out of the gun, the give to the back. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
On 2nd down, wants to throw it. Catch in the middle, it's Wells. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
Tell you what, that's great execution between QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. You just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
They've been denied on 2 of their 3 previous red zone trips, looking to pay this one off with a touchdown. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
Looking to throw on 3rd and goal. Got his man quickly. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the first down.
It's a really nice job in coverage defensively there because that tight end, he wasn't really even open. Quarterback just still tried to put it on him and give him an opportunity, but great tackle short of the stick, setting up 4th down.
On the set. On the option. Now the pitch. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And how about this offense? A big situation on 4th and goal, and you trust your running back. You trust your offensive line. You trust the physicality of this unit, and they reward that trust, and they punch it in for 6.
He'll try to tack on one more. And they did make the extra point, and we have a tie ball game here in the 3rd. So they picked up 32 yards on that drive. And they finish it off with a short plunge into the end zone. Coming down the stretch in the 4th, and we are all tied up, about set to kick it away. A fair catch called for and made. Down to start the drive after the break. The give out of the gun. Crosses the 30 to the 31, a 6-yard gain.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. To the air, it's Milroe. The throw to the outside is complete. He's run out of bounds, but he's got enough to move the sticks.
I think we're seeing.
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And they take another look at the play, but the officials on the field were right, and the play will stand. From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
We're going to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator to pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
8-yard pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and short. Motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be 1st down. The clock stops. 2 minutes left to play in this one.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another 1st down. They'll go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
You see all this movement in football now, all the stemming, the defensive line, they're sliding right before the snap, creating confusion for the offensive line. Then they're moving back and stunting. Really good job by the defense. Continue to move, continue to stunt, continue to get in the backfield, and make this life hard on this running back.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And they swarm him under.
This just looks like a different quarterback at this point of the game. We've seen a little bit of up and down play from him so far, but right now, lights out on this 2-minute drive. 3 for 3 so far. He's got this offense hungry.
They'll snap it from the 28 in field goal range, but it's 3rd and short. Wide receiver shows motion. Now on the move. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up.
I tell you what, dude, in today's football, I'm not starting a team without a guy that can do that at the quarterback spot. You see it. He hits the gas, pulls it down quickly, and just goes. Whether he's reading something, whether he's throwing, he is always a threat to run the football. He completely changes the way you play defense.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anymore.
Fast motion from the offense. Quick touch pass to the receiver. One-step wrap, two-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Quick timeout by the defense here, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Man, it has been a long drive offensively. I just feel like you got to pay this off and be aggressive. You're down close. Punch it in for a touchdown here, Pollard.
Yeah, and inside the 3-yard line, I think I might try to finish this off with a touchdown. I ate up a ton of clock, wore these guys out. Now they'd have to go the length of the field if I missed.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. Splits the uprights right down the middle. That was a spontaneous combustion of a celebration on the sidelines, and wait to see what happens if they can hold on for a few more seconds. That last field goal gave them a 3-point lead. Now to see if they can cover the kickoff and keep them out of field goal range. He'll call for the fair catch here. Remember, all they have to do is get it close enough for a field goal here. Looking for a man. It's Dart. Here's a throw downfield late. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. Here in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
Oh, and they get to him. Had a chance for an all-time finish, but the defense put a stop to it, and that's the final play of the game. That's the entire scenario you build up in your head in the backyard. Final drive, everything on the line, and you get the W.
So dang cool. How many times did you do it in your backyard just like that, like you're talking about, Reese, making the play to win the game on the final drive when your team needed it the most, Jesse, just coming through in the clutch.
Yeah, as players, you love this, and that's why you rep it in practice throughout the week, these 2-minute type situations late in games. What are you going to dial up? What can you go execute? What can you lean on in order to get the W here? Great job by the offense.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Neyland Stadium in Knoxville, one of the great venues in all of college football and home to the Tennessee Volunteers. And this crowd knows that when the balls run through the tee, they are in for a show. Little gets the blood boiling, quite like a rivalry game. Barbs, shots, trash talk, things that go on throughout the week will now all be settled on this field. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Vols will kick it away first. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Offense getting set for first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. At the 35, he's got room. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain.
I am impressed with the physicality we're seeing up front by this offensive line. Playing on the road, they knew they wanted to get the run game established, and they are doing just that. They're not just getting 3-4 yards a pop. They are gashing this defense.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Leaves it with the back. Ball is loose. Bounced right back to them.
You know, these running backs have to keep 5 points of pressure on the ball, especially against this defense that prides themselves on creating takeaways. And the offense, real lucky they jumped on that one.
Second down after the offense recovered its own fumble. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. To throw, it's Milroe. He's going for the big play. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown Tide.
I don't know how many people expected this to happen, playing on the road in this environment against a better opponent, but they showed tremendous poise on the opening drive. Nice execution. They scored a touchdown. That was big time.
Getting set for the point after. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close it in style with a 72-yard pass to the house. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Bishop. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The offense lining up for a first down play. They go to the ground. Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22. Despite all the bitterness in the Alabama-Auburn rivalry, to many, this game, Alabama-Tennessee, has the richest tradition and carries the most importance.
And you think of some of the legends that have trolled the sidelines in this rivalry, right? Paul Bear Bryant, Johnny Majors, Nick Saban. This has been such a critical game, not just in the SEC, but all across college football as well, David.
Yeah, in 1901, going back that far, this rivalry, the fans absolutely don't like each other. They don't like anything about each other. Every time the other team's playing, they're cheering against them. This game has always meant a lot.
And the Volunteers are in the hurry-up. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. You make up the game plan, and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Trying to buy a little time, and he cannot, but he does get it back closer to the line of scrimmage.
And how about this defense? Your offense goes right down the field, scores on the first drive, and now you come out, get a big sack on 3rd down, and force a punt. You talk about creating momentum early and shutting the home crowd up. Mission accomplished.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Tide offense rolls onto the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of bounce, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing now.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
After trying the running game, let's see if they do it again on 2nd down. They'll give it to the back. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off. And really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive points.
Looking to pass. It's Milroe. They're trying to get to it. Finds his man down the middle. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. They'll start the drive here with 1st down to open this period. On the run, it's Haynes. Not much room. A pickup of 2 down to the 28. Crimson Tide dominated the last time they saw the ball, blowing out Tennessee.
Man, Reese, it was roll tide roll as soon as they got off the bus. David, they were bigger, they were stronger and faster, and showed up on the scoreboard.
Oh, and Tennessee hasn't forgotten about it. You've had a year to stew on it and do something about it because you had a lot of mistakes a year ago.
From the gun, the ground game. Finds just enough room to pick up a couple down to the 26.
This offensive line better figure out a plan for this D tackle. He is tough to block with one guy. You might want to start double teaming him. He's going to be a problem moving forward. You saw all his ability on that last play.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this side. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and we have ourselves a ball game, and they have a chance to take the lead here before the half. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Back to pass. It's Iamaleava coming after it. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
This pass rush is serious, man. When you watch them on film, they do a nice job in the back end, taking away all the throws downfield. He's trying to get to his check down, but that pressure, it gets to him, and the hit forced the incomplete.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. Third and long, backed up inside their 20. They'll try the jet sweep, going for the first down. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with the first down.
I love jet sweeps because it puts so much pressure on defenses with their eye discipline. It's really hard for these linebackers and DBs and defensive ends to locate a really fast receiver, cutting across the formation so quickly, getting the handoff, and you see that time he's able to use his speed to go get the first.
Keeps the legs moving. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Jet sweep to the receiver. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this third down play. Jumped the gun just a bit, and we've got a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Here they come on third down, and the defense has had no answer so far. On the run, it's Sampson. They stop him after a short game, probably just wanted to mitigate the losses with fourth down coming. The Vols want to pick up the tempo. On fourth down, they'll try to throw it. Got it past the marker. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the fourth down conversion, moving the chains easily. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Wide out in motion. Jet sweep trying to get the edge. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming. Finds his man. It's White. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Ball's at the 22. Third and short coming. Can the defense force him to settle for a field goal? Headed to the end zone. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Volunteer! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost. No problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll fire to his right. He can haul it in. Incomplete. They took a shot, but that's how we'll wrap up the half. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Bishop. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback.
Volunteers will take over. 1st and 10.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, then get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going, and something can start to build.
Looking for a man. It's Iamaleava. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Looking down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line. The Volunteers will hustle to the line. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
It's so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop. Give to the running back. Nice move there. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell he extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
He leaves it with his back. Oh, better check some ankles. He makes a move and gets down to the 24. Here comes 3rd and short from the 24, and this offense does not want to send out the field goal unit. To the ground to try to pick up the first. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown ball! And that one will put him up here in the second half.
Anytime you've got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job, and that helped lead to the home run.
Dropping back, it's Iamaleava. Buys a little time with his feet. He gets it in there for the 2-point conversion, and the lead grows to 8. So a drive there of 85 yards. And the finisher came on a terrific 24-yard run to the house. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Here comes that Alabama offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on first down.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up a run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Going for it all. Makes the catch down the right side. Nothing but green ahead. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Alabama!
And it's not an accident. They're featuring this guy. His second receiving touchdown of the game. That's your job as a coach. Find my playmakers, get them the ball so they can do damage and have games like this right here.
After the touchdown, if they could get this too, we'll have a tie ball game. Wide receiver coming across in motion. He wants to throw it. Just a little off. Incomplete.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bishop. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want it. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
He's going to run it. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding.
Well, this offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And they try the middle of this stout defense, and they rise to the challenge.
Really nice job by the defense getting that last stop. All third downs in games are important, but this one just feels like it's the biggest down of this game right now for this defense. If they can get off the field, they've got to give it back to their offense with as much time as possible to have a chance to win this game.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Working that left side now. Oh, he got loose. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line. Boy, the defense really needed to get off the field there, and they just couldn't do it, and it's a fresh set of downs.
Man, that hurts. When you're trailing late in the ball game, you need those stops, and you get them to third down. You get them to those critical points. Now they get the first down. You don't have many left. You better get aggressive.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. Now on second and short after that pickup. They'll ride the running back and leave it with it. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. Ball at the 31, third and short coming, defense trying to rise up. The secondary walks up on the line showing press coverage. It'll be a run on third and short. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. The give to the running back from the shotgun. And they try the middle of this defense, and that is not happening.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Handoff from the gun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. Handoff from the shotgun. And the defense finally makes the stop after the sweet run and good gain.
Another good run. Man, he has been picking up yards in bunches today. Jesse showing off all the skills.
And he's showing no signs of slowing down, David. This guy just gets better as the game goes on. He is a beast.
With the run on 1st and goal. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Picked up some of what they needed on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play uptight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
First order of business here. Don't give up a big return. Then the defense just has to keep them out of the end zone. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And they're going to have to fight this defense, and they're also up against it with time, Jesse.
Yeah, no doubt, Reese. And this quarterback now, he's going to have to show off his poise, David. They practice these late-game situations, but how's this guy going to respond?
And I got a little bit of time to work with here, so I watch the defense, and if they're going to drop back and play real conservative like they tend to do late in the game, let's get a few shots over the middle first before we have to take that deep shot.
To the air, it's Milroe. Quarterback floating away from pressure. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They'll throw it on 1st down. Now he's going to glide away from pressure. Still on his feet at the 45. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a 1st down. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. After the run, now to throw. He's taking the deep shot. And that one is picked off in the end zone. Looking for more room. And he's going to go down as time has run out. They say every game counts the same in the standings, and that is true, but there are some games that no matter what the coaches say, they just mean a little more, and they hurt a little more if you lose.
They do, and that's a fact, and every player will tell you that. There are some games that are highlighted before the season that this game matters more, and it's not that the other ones don't matter. It's just that the hate runs so deep for some of these rivalries, and some of these kids that grew up across the street from each other that went to different schools, Jesse. You can feel it.
David, you're absolutely right, and I wonder, because it was a rivalry game, did the losing team get a little overhyped? It just looked like they were pressing too much in this football game. They made too many uncharacteristic mistakes, and as a result, they take the L.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. This will be the largest group of assembled fans in the Western Hemisphere. That's why they need a big house. Welcome to Ann Arbor, home of the Michigan Wolverines. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 15 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Michigan Wolverines. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. The Wolverines will put total leather to crank us up. Fair catch called for and made. First down for this offense. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Still looking, on the move. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
And you get more and more hits on the QB like this right there, more and more making him scramble out of the pocket to the right. That's winning. He's going to start to see ghosts. He'll start to panic. He'll start to speed up that processor. Nice job by the defense making that quarterback feel very, very uncomfortable.
Bust through behind his pad. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And they executed that running back screen to perfection. Quarterback held on to it. He let the rush get to him. Offensive lineman got out in position. Once he had the ball in his hands, he just had blockers and green field out in front of him. They pick up an explosive play on a running back screen.
How about that nice run from this junior quarterback?
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
Leaves it with the running back. Maybe a 3-yard pickup there, 3rd and long coming up.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
This offense wants to get out of the gate fast on their first drive of the game, plus territory. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And the ball is picked off.
Well, we knew coming into this one, this was an offense that wanted to come out, sling it around, but the timing is going to have to be a whole lot better. This defense has athletes who can close on the ball and make plays, and you saw it right there in that interception to open this game.
Quarterback by himself in the backfield. Back to pass, it's Orji. Going for a big play right off the bat. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
Fires to the big fella. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10. We talk a lot about Michigan building its offense around the running game, but they've always had an effective quarterback who can make plays down the field.
And I think some people hear effective, Reese, and take that as an insult, right? Like, I don't want to hear about my quarterback being effective. I want him to be explosive. I want him to be dynamic. But Michigan doesn't really have those guys most of the time at that quarterback spot. But when they find those good ones, they have great seasons.
Finds his man in the middle. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down.
It's early in the game, and as offenses try to get their rhythm, these easy completions are very important because that's what helps you get your feet underneath you as an offense and as a unit. And hopefully, as this game goes on, they'll be able to rev up and get more aggressive taking shots.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Third and short coming here right from the midfield stripe. Looking to throw for it. Caught over the middle. It's Loveland. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Reese. I mean, 3rd and inches, I want to run the quarterback sneak, run the football, but this team fully comfortable throwing the football, and you see why. Easy pitch, easy catch, first down.
To the air, it's Orji. Quickly complete. He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Gain of 9. Second down. That's the end of the first quarter. And after one, we're scoring.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot, giving his quarterback a place to go with it. Nice job of those guys being on the same page there.
He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Second and goal for this offense. Corner's right up on that line of scrimmage. Dropping back, it's Orji. Into the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be third down. They've gotten right on the cusp of the end zone. They still need 2 yards. Will they try to bang it in with a run or go over the top? Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Michigan!
And that is exactly what you take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution of the drive by that offense.
And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They took it 71 yards down the field and finished the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away. The returner will field it and try to set up his offense in great field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with it. And the heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They need something that goes forward this time on second and long from the 14. He's looking to throw. He's going to take off. Across the 25, he's got room. They finally corral him, but he turns that into a big gain and a first down.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Now from the 40, it's first and 10. He wants to throw. They're bringing heat. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
You have some success with the bootleg, and now you got the defense on their heels a little bit in this run game because they're not sure who's got the ball. Is it going to be the running back? Is the quarterback booting and keeping it himself? He can play action and maybe throw it. Nice job mixing and matching the play calling here offensively.
Second down coming up. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Across the 35. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
In these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Motion from the offense. From the gun to give, looking for room. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
trying to run the ball on first down, guys, but just nothing doing up front. Their offensive line got blown up on that play. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
The lost yardage leaves them with 2nd and 11. They want to run it left here. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Tackled, but he has a first down. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Gets it out quickly.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He'll pull it on the read. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
We've seen throughout this drive success for the offense when they've been running the quarterback. Finally, though, the defense got it right. Everybody played their assignment. They honed in on him, and they got a big stop.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. They want to run this quarterback. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. Final seconds of the first half, and they'll try to put up 3. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive.
That makes the score Michigan 7, Alabama 3.
Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. And in a low-scoring game like this one, David, every possession is magnified.
And I think more than anything, it just gets frustrating. And you got to put that behind you. You got to see what this defense has been doing to be so successful. Palmer, now use it against him.
Yeah, David, I think for a play caller, this is tough, right? It's like you have to have the perfect play on just to get a first down. In these types of games, I think you're just trying to get guys out in space, see if a dude can break a tackle. Maybe that generates an explosive play, and it breaks this trend.
Looking to throw, it's Orji. Trying to make magic on the scramble. When you've been around like this guy has, you know how valuable picking up the first down with your feet can be.
It's so nice to be an offense on second down in short yardage situations. Why? I can take shots. If I want to, I can just act like I'm going to run to try to get the first down, take a deep shot down the field. I can run the football. The whole playbook is open to my disposal.
Going up top on first down. He holds it in, and nobody's close. Touchdown, Wolverines. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. Did not take long to get into the end zone. Now let's see if this gets this offense to hit overdrive.
And we may have a situation here. We might have points, and more points. You keep putting drives together like that quickly, tune up that much yardage. Defenses are going to have to get something figured out.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. The kickoff team on the field, and he ought to just boom this thing through the end zone with that extra 15 yards on the penalty. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Offense set on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, it fell incomplete because he did a great job of getting to the quarterback. He's in the pocket, yeah, he's comfortable, but you get in there and you get a hit on him. Now he feels it, can't throw the football, can't follow through with his arm motion. Nice job by the defense.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
It's a really nice-looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they've really helped take this offense to the next level. Watching this guy reminds me a little bit of that.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting him drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves him with 2nd and 4. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football. So the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
Looking downfield, it's Milroe. The quick out. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick six. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Miller with the ball. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
They'll give it to him again. Defense there to stop him after a pickup of 2 down to the 15. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Here's the handoff. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third.
Michigan 14, Alabama 3.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Wants to throw on 3rd down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Bama! Well, how about that? And after that touchdown, we might have a finish after all, Jesse.
I love it, Reese, and this team is not quitting. Yeah, they're down on the scoreboard right now, but they are clawing and they are scratching their way back in this game. They're going to keep going hard until this clock reads all zeros.
Back to throw, it's Milroe. Feeling some heat. He's in there for the two-point conversion, and now they're within a field goal. 76 yards on the drive for the touchdown. And they top it off with a 14-yard pass for the touchdown. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. It bounds through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Okay, Jesse, this is a little bit of a tight spot. You'd love to be aggressive enough to get the first down, but you've got to take care of the ball first.
No doubt. I was going to say, ball security is at a premium. You cannot turn the football over at this point. The defense has 3 timeouts left, David, so probably conservative play calling here. You're expecting them to try to run to ice this game.
Conservative, I know they're going to be aggressive, but I also know that one first down ends this football game.
We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. They'll be perfectly content to go right back to the ground here on 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Loveland. He knew exactly where he wanted to go with that one, and they've got enough for the first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. They'll run it. They want to take their time here.
I think one of the hardest things to do is stick to the run when it's not working. But it's those runs right there that are the reason why you have to do it, right? You can't get too one-dimensional. Keep slipping those runs in there. Keep getting a little bit of positive yards. Next thing you know, you look up and you might break one of those after you got them a little bit tired.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. From the gun, running back gets to give. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. 3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. Looking to throw, it's Orji. Oh, he wants it all. And it falls incomplete, but that could have been disastrous. A defender was right there.
I mean, sometimes you overthink it. Sometimes running the football on 3rd and short with the lead is not the worst thing in the world. Keep that clock ticking. But now decided to go for it, setting up a 4th down. And this looks like a situation where you should punt the football.
Gotta have it here on 4th down. Finds his tight end. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. And the Wolverines have it with a 1st and 10. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And if this offense can keep that rolling, if they can keep the physical ground game and continue to add these plays up as they go along, long drives, eat the clock with the lead, this coach will be ecstatic.
They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
And another nice gain by the offense. All right, defense, we got to change something up here. They're putting a big drive together, play after play, having a lot of success. How do we break the rhythm? How do we give them something that can create a tackle for a loss or a sack or something to get momentum back on my side?
The offense down to the 22 on 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
Second down coming up.
The Wolverines are threatening in the red zone. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Bad offense, good defense, no scoring. That's pretty much what we had in this one as they come up short in a bit of a slog fest.
Yeah, and most of the time in college football, it's the opposite, right? You don't defense optional. Offense scores so many points. This one, back and forth. Offense is struggling, trying to make plays. Defense has put on a great effort.
And a lot of issues for this offense in this game today, obviously. And I think the coaching staff now really needs to take a look at how they're game planning and how they're going to give their players an opportunity to have success. It may be time now to start changing some things up a little bit.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports